Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Now today's video is just a fun theory video. I know you like these kind of videos on the channel, and yes, I'm normally wrong most of the time, but we can let our creative minds flow. And let's face it, if we're wrong, that's a good thing, because it shows that unpredictability is back in WWE, baby, and we've missed it. In terms of the storyline, the theories surrounding it, whether the Fiend is ever going to come back or not, and that he's truly dead, I want you to help me out on this. Get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions, and be brutally honest. To the point, did you enjoy the Royal Rumble match, the aftermath, the mask, the new character reveal? Be honest. And of course, always really appreciative if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. Now, I'm going to go with what is currently in my mind right now in regards to the Bray Wyatt storyline. It's so unpredictable, it's probably not going to be right, but I'm going to try and give my biggest guess. If you go all the way back to Extreme Rules, the 8th of October 2022, we saw, of course, the Firefly Funhouse brought to life. The characters brought to life, including the Fiend. We also saw Bray reveal himself under the the Uncle Howdy mask, which we didn't know at the time was Uncle Howdy, but we know that's an Uncle Howdy mask. Okay. At the time, I thought that was closure. I thought that was the end of that chapter in Bray's life. Closure, and it was time to move on to something completely new. But I truly believe now that maybe right there we saw the future. The Wyatt Six. Now, whether the Wyatt Six turns out to be the six personalities of Bray or a faction remains to be seen. But what we saw in front of our very own eyes was potentially a sign of the future. And at that point, the Firefly Funhouse was cobwebbed. It was dead. But now, up to this present day, the Firefly Funhouse is back as Bray has embraced the darkness as the storyline has progressed. Now, Uncle Howdy, his mission throughout this whole entire storyline has been to get Bray to embrace the darkness, to revel in who he truly is, which he has done now. Now, Uncle Howdy, I truly believe, is still Bray Wyatt. The ghost of the man who sold the world, Bray's darkest thoughts, Bray's demons. Now, what truly Uncle Howdy means, there's going to be millions of layers to this, and I'm sure Bray will probably never give this away. This could be a combination of childhood, like, trauma, up to current trauma. We know he lost two close friends in real life, Brody Lee and, of course, Mark, his close friend back in college. So there's a lot of real life mental health battles here. Now, I see Uncle Howdy as those demons. I see Uncle Howdy as the side of Bray. He despises the Wyndham Rotunda, despises that side, doesn't want to be that man anymore, the amount of times he said that. But Uncle Howdy has somehow found a way of getting through to Bray via physical form. The physical form we saw of Uncle Howdy, Sister Abigail Bray a couple of weeks ago. And the same Uncle Howdy we've seen in sync with Alexa Bliss as well. And it feels like that version, the physical version of Uncle Howdy, is not a ringmaster, but more the puppet master. Just the way he manipulated Alexa Bliss in that interaction a couple of weeks ago on Raw with Bianca Belair. The way he's manipulated Bray Wyatt, potentially used Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt's real life brother, to get through to Bray. Remember, he said, you know, you can't, why would you lie to the ones that you love, many months ago, being potentially a reference to Bo Dallas, using Bo Dallas. Of course, Bray is a liar. We know that. Uncle Howdy's called us out on that several times. We know Bray craves the darkness. Bray's promised to do horrible things and not feel bad for them, just being a servant. But at the same time, he promises to do spectacular things. He said many weeks ago that he wasn't Uncle Howdy, and now he claims to be the Eater of Worlds. Uncle Howdy claims to be him. So we know Bray has this psychological trauma. He has these psychological issues. He's not in control of many versions of his alter egos, if you like. If we take Uncle Howdy as one, like, maybe we'd never truly know what Uncle Howdy actually is, but deep down, go back to Bray Wyatt's lyrics, I am the ghost in the machine. Bray Wyatt is gotta be Uncle Howdy. And whatever physical form Uncle Howdy's taken on now in Bo Dallas can manipulate people to get the darkness out of them. Now, if you remember Bray Wyatt's first interaction with LA Knight, it didn't seem like he was going after LA Knight. It seemed like he was recruiting LA Knight, trying to get LA Knight to embrace the darkness. Now, LA Knight completely rejected that, didn't he? And then that turned Bray to a darker side, which of course ended at the Royal Rumble, or so we assume. But what if he's trying to recruit him? Now, it seems the way Uncle Howdy is going about things, that he's trying to get people to embrace their darkest side. And so maybe the version that we saw at the Royal Rumble was Uncle Howdy getting Bray's darker side out in the character Uncle Harper. The fact that there were Brodie Lee gestures at the end of all that aftermath, it kind of makes sense for that to be Uncle Harper. Now, we kind of thought that Uncle Harper was going to be the good guy, right? And now he seems to be the bad guy. Very fiendish mannerisms. The fact he used the mandible claw. He was invincible when he got hit by the kendo sticks from LA Knight. And what if this isn't the end of LA Knight in this storyline? And LA Knight has been pushed to a point where he will change. Imagine LA Knight playing like Mercy the Buzzard or someone like that. Or Rambling Rabbit or someone along those lines. Like, that would be kind of cool. And if we look at Howdy as more of a puppet master, the way he manipulates people, what if those puppets, now the door has been opened, as Bray said, he's not responsible for what comes out that door now. LA Knight was, and what came out that door was Uncle Harper. What could come out of that door now could be Abby, is in Alexa Bliss, LA Knight is in another character, and that would be really cool. So Bray Wyatt, yes, he's Uncle Howdy, but because the door's now open in the Firefly Funhouse, and the physical influence of Uncle Howdy, as we've seen it as of late, can then get people to fully embrace their darkness and join Bray in this Wyatt Six, which is why I do not think for a single second the Fiend is dead. I really don't. I think he's a part of the story, and it would be a character, not a main focus character like he was in Bray Wyatt's first run, but he will be a part of all this. Why would we see him at Extreme Rules with all the other puppets and see the puppets minus the Fiend at the Royal Rumble if it wasn't going somewhere? The interview with Ryan Satin I always see as a 90% kayfabe and 10% reality. The reality being, I truly believe it was Wyndham saying that he will never play cult leader Bray, he'll never wear that Hawaiian shirt. It's disrespectful to Brodie Lee. But I don't believe for a single second the Fiend is gone. The Fiend's a demon. He never dies. You can't kill it. Bray even said that himself. I believe the Fiend will be part of this in some capacity, and I think it will be linked in with Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss and the Fiend are still connected. Alexa Bliss sent the Fiend away. There's a way of tying this all in. As Bray said himself, Alexa and himself will always be connected in some way, and he subtly hinted that something is going to come in the future. And I believe that will probably be WrestleMania or somewhere like that. But what if slowly, bit by bit, we're seeing superstars embrace their darker side to then join Bray Wyatt in the Wyatt Six? I love that. 6 personalities. I'd like that. I wouldn't mind Bray playing all these versions. But I do think that's too many cooks in the kitchen, to be honest with you. But I truly believe the Wyatt Six, being the Firefly Funhouse characters, connected in some way. Possibly. Also, Bray's so creative in the fact that, like, little Easter eggs throughout the match at the Royal Rumble. Watching it back now, I can see like the Firefly Funhouse characters in the background when he came down to the ring in his entrance. I thought that was so cool. The Wyatt logo appearing on the announcers table, and then later on in the Uncle Howdy coffin drop Shane O'Mac-esque segment, whatever the heck that was. The Brodie Lee sort of gestures, and the fact that he went to use the toolkit but didn't was genius, because that was a throwback to Hell in a Cell 2019 when the Fiend took on Seth Rollins, and it was a pretty much clear, direct message just to say, I'm the one in charge of creative here. We're not going to get tools out and completely do something ridiculous. This has more reality to it now. It's a psychological / supernatural mix with the right balance. And that's just the little details, isn't it? As Bray said, the little details matter in his theme. I truly believe the lyrics really mean something. I am the ghost in the machine, being Uncle Howdy, the ghost of the man who sold the world. Lie for me, brother. Use me for cover. Even die for me, brother. You know, love one another. This is a bit of this is family connected as well, with Bo Dallas and of course Brodie Lee and his other friend Mark that he lost as well. So there's so much to this, and linked in with the lyrics as well. we have to wait and see what happens. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, be really appreciative if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. And as I said earlier, more importantly, get down in the comments section and share your thoughts and opinions. And I'll catch you in the next one.